Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 15th. This week, you start off with the Ten of Hearts. So, a lot of you actually, what I'm getting off of the card is a lot of you could be kind of taking part in some sort of like party or something like that, like getting together with friends. Definitely has more of a party type atmosphere, or maybe you're just going to some sort of like gathering that's based off of something you enjoy, and it would be a good time. I mean, that's really what the card says, is that it's like a gathering of friends or a gathering for like a party or something along those lines, and you're gonna have a good time. This can also represent good things happening to you after a difficult period of time. So, frequently this card is called fortune after difficulty. So if you've been, experiencing kind of more of a hard time in life, which most people have for like the past few years here, then you can expect things to kind of like increase and get a little bit better for you, and just be better all the way around. This card also, we could tie it in with surprises, because parties can be a surprise and all this other stuff. But you have two other cards that represent kind of more unexpected things happening. So let's get into that. You have the Eight of Diamonds first, which is definitely a card of like working hard and all this other stuff, which I believe you might have even had this card. It seems like Aries, you keep getting very similar cards from week to week, so that means the messages are just kind of like flowing through. But the Eight of Diamonds is, like I said, a card of working hard, but it's also a card of good money coming in, and also like surprises. So a lot of you could see a surprise, and normally I wouldn't say the whole surprise thing, but you have three cards in a row that literally represent that. So there could be some very surprising financial things, and I would say definitely more on the positive side of things. Although of course, I could go any other any way, but also with the Eight of Diamonds, it's a good time to like plan your finances. Like, it's a good time to maybe come up with some ideas on how you could expand your finances, even, or maybe even just kind of plan better with what you have. With the Eight of Diamonds, it also indicates like an exchange of energy. So, maybe you have a job, but maybe you've been thinking about doing like a business, or, starting a YouTube channel or something along those lines that could make you just a little bit of extra money. And that is always like the Eight of Diamonds. And hey, I mean, trust me, this could be like a lot of extra money. It might not be just a little bit, so it could be any amount, but that's what you should be thinking about with this Eight of Diamonds. And to further that surprise message, you have the Five of Spades, which can sometimes be financial surprises. It can be like something unexpected happening, and frequently, let's start here. That frequently this card is called a blessing in disguise, and that's what it represents. So it's kind of one of those things. Like, maybe you've been fired from a job recently, and that really sucked. But what you don't realize is that maybe this week you get a job that pays you twice as much, or something like that. It's like, it's always, whatever it is happens for a reason, and it's always like so much better than whatever it is that you've been experiencing. So this is a really positive card. It's also a card of maybe breaking up your routine a little bit. Maybe you're getting too routine. Maybe you're getting a little bit bored with life. Sometimes when we get the Five of Spades, we get a little bit bored. We need some more excitement. So this card says, hey, maybe you need to go out and like explore like a new hobby, or meet some new friends, or something along those lines with this card. And that's what I would encourage you to do, because it'll probably lead to a lot more good stuff, happiness, and things like that coming your way. Next, you have the Queen of Clubs, which represents you, Aries. So I really like when people come up in their own reading, because it puts you in a position of strength. It really says that you can really make some decisions this week and make some things happen. Now, you have to be the one to make those things happen. You have to do it, but this card like kind of really allows those things to move more forward. It's also a very social card. Queen of Clubs is probably one of the most social queens in the deck. She's very communicative, and wants to communicate with people, wants to party, and all these things. So you could be experiencing all of that, especially with that Ten of Hearts kicking off right there at the beginning. And next you have the Seven of Spades. Seven of Spades is all about internal fears, things that we need to let go of that are affecting you today. So a lot of you could be pulling on internal fears. Like I say, this happens a lot during this time. We've been through a very difficult time, as I said, over the past few years. So the Seven of Spades comes up a lot, because things will happen today that maybe look like something very scary that happened like a while ago. So we freak out because these things happen. It's not just Aries that this happens to. It happens to all of us. And this card asks you not to do that. It says we're in a much better time now, so definitely let go of like some of those old fears and some of those old things, because they're just holding you back. But all in all, it looks like a very exciting week. I would say more exciting than anything. So enjoy it.